Good morning. Happy Saturday. It's the weekend. I'm up here in Beaver Creek and it is day one of the Talent Challenge. We have so much coverage coming at you. Everyone is smiling, waving this morning. Lots of action already at 7:30 here in Beaver Creek. So we have an awesome show coming at you, talking about the weather, events, and so much more. Let's get this thing going. Bell Valley Live starts right now.
Good morning. This is Heather Blackman sitting in the nice, cozy, warm studio here at the Grand Hyatt in West Vail. So happy to be here on a Saturday morning. It's going to be a glorious weekend. There is so much stuff going on, and we are here to fill you in on all of those things. So whether you're skiing or want to do some other stuff, we've got a ton of activities to share with you. So you just saw Meredith Kirkman out in the field at Beaver Creek. She is there. We can talk a lot about Talon's Challenge that's going on this weekend. We have Anthony in the studio as our producer. And like she said, it's Saturday, February 25th, and it's going to be a great show. Let's go ahead and get started, though, by taking a look at the weather. We had some wonderful snow the last couple of days. I got a chance to get out on the mountain and enjoy a little bit of that fresh powder, but today is going to be really nice and warm and sunny. So already 17 degrees at Beaver Creek, 16 degrees at Vail, and it's going to get up into the high 30s, maybe even low 40s today. So going to be a nice change in the weather. Blue skies. It's going to be just a beautiful day for the Talon Challenge today if you're heading out there. Taking a look at our snow forecast, we do have some more snow coming, I think starting tomorrow night. So a little break in the action today, then starting tomorrow we'll start to see a couple of inches. But look at that accumulation over the next 5 days. So looking at maybe 14 inches a little at a time. Tuesday we're getting a nice dump of 7. Hopefully that will pan out at Beaver Creek. At Vail, another 12 inches in the forecast the next 5 days. And then after that, it tapers off just a little bit with just another 5 inches and 6 inches, depending where it is. But we've got snow in the forecast that always makes for a wonderful day, something good to look forward to. Looking ahead at the weather a little bit further out, tomorrow going to be another nice day, so highs in the 38 before the snow starts to roll back in. But look at that really not a bad forecast for this week. Highs in the high 20s or 30s, lows not too bad either. We're in the teens for the lows, then dropping down later in the week. But by the time we get to Wednesday, 7 degrees for the low on Wednesday, and then down to 3 on Thursday. But all in all, a pretty nice mix of nice temperatures and snow coming up in our forecast. Going to be a nice week, I think, coming up if you like some snow. So making sure that you're checking us out. If you are watching us right now on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're watching us on Facebook, hit the like. That's a really great way to make sure that you know when we're going to be live, so that you can join us here every day, 7:30 to 8:30. You can also catch us on Outside TV if you're watching us on cable, channel 17. And just make sure that you're chatting with us. I'll be checking in throughout the day if you want to just tell us where you're watching from, what you got going on, whether you're checking in from afar or whether you're in the valley. And then also making sure you check out the bottom of the screen. You'll always see those groomed runs. So if you are somebody who loves those groomed runs, I think it'll be a nice groomer day with also some powder in the trees. But you can check out those groomers on the bottom of the screen. But let's bring back in Meredith, and we'll talk a little bit about some of what she's seeing out there and how it actually feels. Those temperatures looked nicer, Meredith. How does it feel out there?
I don't know if it's the big fireplace behind me, but pretty warm.
That's always really nice. Those are scattered all throughout the Beaver Creek and even over at Vail. And whenever you see those, you can kind of warm up your hands. It's always where I go. My hands tend to be a little bit chilly. But I think you made a smart choice to start the day by the fire.
Definitely. And the nice thing is you won't kind of reek like an actual campfire would. These are all just gas. But yeah, it's really balmy. It's been pretty cold the past couple mornings. I've been out. Maybe I'm just continuously dressing warmer too to prepare even more. But starting out pretty warm, and we are seeing those temperatures raised up today, maybe even low 40s. So it's going to be a great day to get up on the hill, and it's definitely going to be a great day for all of the participants for day one of the Talons Challenge, which is happening up here in Beaver Creek, which I think is why I'm already seeing so much more
Yeah.
action here at 7:30 in the morning. The parking lot was a lot more full compared to other mornings when I arrive here. So people are getting up, getting early. Early bird gets the worm this morning, and it's going to be a nice day up here at Beaver Creek.
Yeah, I bet you're right. Making sure they can make their way back to Talons. Probably want to hit as soon as it opens, so they have plenty of time to hit that. What is it? 26,000 feet, I think, and 14 black and double back runs. That is a lot of skiing. I think though today is the day to do it because we did get a little bit of snow over the last couple of days. So hopefully those bumps will be a little bit softer. Should be a nice day to just kind of enjoy all of that terrain. I know I have not done the race before. I've only been out there volunteering. Have you ever done it in the past, Meredith? I can't remember if we talked about this.
No, I almost tried to gear up once, and then I had some people in town
Ah,
and I couldn't really get away, but it is on my bucket list. I wasn't clear to officially do it this year, just given my injury and my recovery timeline, but it is pretty cool. We had Ross Leonhardt on the show a couple of days ago, and he's a local here, works for the Vail Valley Foundation, and he was talking like it was easy breezy, another just 26,000 vert day. So sometimes it's, easy breezy to people. Sometimes this really is a challenge. But I would say no matter what, you're going to feel your legs at the end of this because it is 14 runs and, you're not taking many breaks. It's all in one day. So you'll feel those steeps on in your quads, especially with the fresh snow. Sometimes you have to work a little bit
yeah.
harder, but it should be pretty soft. And that also is probably why we're seeing some more cars here because, hey, we got a half a foot yesterday. So fresh snow always will bring people out.
Absolutely. And I think it's going to be really fun. I mean, getting to do all of those runs on the fresh snow, getting your free lunch, getting all that swag. I mean, hey, you can't beat it. And I think both days are actually sold out, which I can't remember the last time that happened. So if you don't already have your ticket, you can't actually participate, but you can still go back and kind of be part of the action, which I think is pretty fun. They have kind of a nice little village set up back there. There's kind of this festival atmosphere. So even if you're not participating, if you're going to be over at Beaver Creek today, it's just fun to go kind of be part of that activity. It's a pretty neat thing. I will be out there tomorrow with my group, my husband and his group as well. So if you're out tomorrow between, I think it's 8:30 and noon, we'll be kind of cheering everybody on in the lines. Because this year it's a QR code, which is different. No punch. Last year we checked it off, and so you're not going to get that manual pass. So do make sure you bring your phones. And I did hear that there's going to be extra plugs in the Talons restaurant if you need to recharge. But you're going to need that QR code to track your progress so that you actually get to win. Or win, get the swag at the end.
Definitely. Yeah, no, that is a good point for any of those participants. Charge that phone up, keep it in a warm pocket so it doesn't lose charge. Sometimes the cold weather can suck the battery right out of it. But yeah, the village is going to be really cool. There's going to be some live music from 3 to 5. So definitely a great opera scene. And do check out Talons too. You can always see your friends, say what's up, and that's going to be on the mountain. So lots
Yeah.
of action on and off the mountain today.
Absolutely. Tons of stuff to do. And I think, there's always something going on the weekend at Beaver Creek, but this is one of those buzzy events that everybody looks forward to all season. So it's going to be one of those nice things to just get to say that you were a part of, whether you got to actually ski all 14 of those runs or you just came out and enjoyed kind of being part of the activity.
Absolutely. Yes, we are. That's what it's about, just celebrating Beaver Creek, celebrating the beautiful mountain it is. I mean, it is a gem. If you've never been here, we almost don't want to say how beautiful it is because it is one of the best mountains. Really nice laid out. It's got some great steeps. So definitely add it to your list. Even if you're coming to Vail, it works on the same path. So if you're planning your vacation, maybe try out a new mountain. We love to do both Vail and Beaver Creek as locals. We get a pick. We're spoiled here.
Completely spoiled. I don't know, Anthony, if you want to pull up that footage from yesterday, but even if you're not going to go to those steep parts of the mountain. I actually headed over by the Bachelor Gulch section yesterday, and there's a set of trees there that we really like. So this is just going up the Beaver Creek lift. And at the top of this is Gunder's Run, and the trees right off to the side here. If you're looking for a little bit of powder, this is a good spot that it collects. And not a lot of people hit these trees because it is right by a bunch of blue and green runs. But this is like my little powder stash secret that I always like to share with people. So if you're not heading back to Talons, but you still want to kind of enjoy the snow at Beaver Creek, this is maybe my recommendation. It was riding really nice yesterday. And you can see all those big piles of fluffy powder that were there. It was really, really nice. Lots of soft. Sometimes I find when it's been a little bit warmer, when the powder's on top of it, it feels a little icier underneath it, but this was really soft everywhere we rode yesterday. Meredith, I know you've been riding for blues and greens. Is this an area you like?
I'm not really skiing trees right now this season, but I love going over to Bachelor Gulch trees too.
Yeah.
It is so fun, and it's not too steep, so it's not scary. It's just, you can enjoy it. There's plenty of room between the trees. So I love that run. And man, Beaver Creek, Vail too, they just have some gorgeous aspen groves.
Yeah.
You know, where you can just, go through and ski, and like it's amazing to hike through in the summer and fall, but then to just have it all white and winter wonderland, it's really nice on the eyes.
Absolutely. Well, let's take it to a commercial break, and we'll be back and chatting a bit more with Meredith and talk about some of the other activities that are happening this weekend.
Yes, it's a great day.
We'll be back shortly.
Here at the outlets at Castle Rock and Silverthorne. And we are going to wow you with some of the fabulous looks that we have to share with you today from J. Crew and Adidas. Let's take a look. Here's Rachel in J. Crew. I love her navy preppy blazer with striped lining, striped pink tee, amazing white jeans, white sneakers, gorgeous pink ribbon earrings. With her savings card booklet, it'll be $197, saving $316. Here's Enza in J. Crew Kids with her denim jean jacket, her heart filigree tee, sweetheart leggings, heart necklace, and her white slip-on tennis shoes. Whole outfit $101 with her savings card booklet. Wow, Liv, you look amazing in J. Crew sportswear line. From her fabulous striped button top, pink leggings, fleece jacket, pearlized headband, fingerless gloves, and her amazing tennis shoes with the pink and copper colors, all from the internet return. Her outfit $145 outlet, fabulous. Kate is in Adidas in her pink hoodie, pastel leggings, black tote, and her white and pink running shoes. Her whole outfit would come to $138. Okay, Rachel, you look fabulous in your amazing full-length bubble coat from Guess. You've got your fabulous hoodie with the faux fur, and look at those adorable pearl gold shades. Whole outfit with the shades, $138. Here's Kate in Adidas with this black cropped jacket, $42. It's 40% off of their jackets. Here's Liv. She's in Guess in the most amazing puffer jacket with fleece detailing inside the hood. Love the black belt and the sunglasses. Jacket reduced to $65. And her shades are only $45 from $90. Love is in the air at the outlets at Castle Rock and Silverthorne. And just a reminder, be sure and pick up your savings card booklet at the outlets at Castle Rock in the food court, at customer service, and the outlets at Silverthorne at the Colorado Welcome Center. Love is in the air, and so are the discounts that you're going to find in the savings book. See you soon.
Welcome back. Let's check out the headlines for today. So if you haven't grabbed your Vail Daily yet, I like to grab these, their boxes all over town. And of course, you can always check it out online too. But we'll get you started with some of the top headlines that you can expect. So starting on the cover page, there's an awesome photo here of a new magic carpet lift that was named after Patty Wall. So this is the Patty Bond that was just opened on Friday in Vail. She's actually been working in the Vail and Beaver Creek Ski School since the 1980s, and it was her birthday. So such a fun way to get celebrated, I think, as a local. And then we're also kind of at the top and moving on to A2, Rare Air for the Local Explorer. This is a really cool story. This goes all throughout the paper, so definitely want to check this one out. But Vail's Megan Buchanan climbs 7 summits and then sets her sights on the North Pole next. So she's already climbed the 7 highest peaks in the world, which is apparently just the brand name there is the 7th summit. And now she's actually going in to add this newest one that will travel to the last degree to the North Pole. So lots of really cool information here. She's an aerospace engineer who was diagnosed with dyslexia as a young girl, and she uses that obstacle to really help her to push herself to go further. So really cool story. Definitely check that out. That story starts on A2 and continues throughout the paper. Next up, Avon Eyes building site near Home Depot for employee housing. I've seen some building going on in this area. I pass this one quite a bit. So I know there's also a hotel here, but the town council is looking at also using this for employee housing. So they're looking to build 40 housing units for government employees in what will be its largest investment in affordable housing to date. But the council members have yet to determine the best sites on which to build. So more information about this on page A4 in the paper. Then we've got always this fun one, Vail Live and Town Talk. So this is how you can be in the paper, maybe even shown up here on the TV screen with us. Anytime you hashtag Vail Live on your photos on Instagram, maybe your photo is going to be featured in the paper. Beautiful color spread like you see those girls seeing there. So skiing with the Cape family. Cape Codders know how to ski too. That's that top left one. And then down below that, you can actually email a photo and a caption to towntalk@vaildaily.com. Still looking for this Bernese Mountain Dog, Blue, lost in Edwards, kind of where I live. Anyone sees him, please turn him in. It's been so sad to see that he is still missing. He was a newer rescue, so definitely make sure you let us know if you see him. Then coming over to arts and entertainment, we've got the International Flair at 8100. So many restaurants can say that they serve up international cuisine, but the proof is in the menu and staff at the Park Hyatt Beaver Creek's signature restaurant. So this is behind the global style of menu selections is executive chef Santosh Korati, who joined the Park Hyatt in the fall of 21. And you can read way more about the delicious things that they've got cooking up over there. Again, this is at the cover of the arts and entertainment section in the paper today. And last but not least, hopefully I'm going to get this name right, Labau puts together a stellar rookie season. Vail free skier, fresh off his first career World Cup final, is stoked for Sunday's Dew Tour. So Matt Labau is putting together a stellar rookie World Cup season, and on Sunday, so tomorrow, he'll get to show the local fans just how far he's come. After missing finals by 1 place in the December 17th Copper Mountain and January 19th Calgary World Cups, the 19-year-old broke through and finished 10th in Mammoth, California on February 3rd. So lots more about his season and the upcoming Dew Tour. And thanks to the Park Hyatt for sponsoring these headlines. Make sure you grab your paper. Lots of information in there today. Lots of good things to read. I just kind of scratched the surface, so you're going to want to check out a lot more. So let's take it out to Meredith, see where she's wandered off to. And, we're going to, where are we going to next? Sorry. Next we're going to check out the traffic cams. My bad. I want to make sure you guys are safe on the road. My drive in this morning was super clear. So yesterday the roads were a little bit sketchier. Today everything's pretty dry, as you kind of see here. Surface roads, though, are a very different story. So make sure that as you're getting off the exits and you're heading onto more of those neighborhood surface roads, that's where you're going to want definitely a little bit extra caution. But the highways are looking quite nice. So always good to hear, even when we get these storms, they do such a great job clearing the roads and making it pretty safe. So always taking those turns a little bit slower, but things are looking quite nice. Now we're going to head out to Meredith. Now that we've caught you guys up on the traffic, let's check out where she's gone to. Those flowers. I love this area at Beaver Creek.
Oh, it's just gorgeous, especially at night when these flowers, they actually light up. These are the frost flowers. And I mean, this is just so cool. So much great energy here. I mean, it's a little quiet starting out today, but it packs in. And this skating rink is very iconic. You can skate there every day. You can bring your own skates. They also have skate rentals here. So just wanted to show it off. And this is also where a lot of the après action will be later on today from 3 to 5. Some of the concerts and happenings. You can also get a drink and kind of bring it around. Common
Yes.
consumption area is right here, so you can buy a drink and not necessarily drink it in the restaurant. You can kind of walk around and maybe watch the kids ice skate. So this is a really great area. Just
Absolutely.
thought
And
I'd
you're
bring a
kind
little
of
attention to.
totally. And I think you're looking at the Hooked restaurant, which is a great place to get some of those drinks to wander around. They've got like a tiki bar, which is kind of fun. So neat way to have some little festive drinks, bring a little of that beach vibe into that kind of snowy environment. So that's always a nice place to grab some. And they have a walk-up window right on the other side there. So really easy way to take advantage of that. And you kind of grab your cocktail and wander around and enjoy a lot of those different art installations right near you.
Yeah, tons of different art installations. There's a big pair of goggles. Like, there's just so many photo ops.
Totally.
There's a snow globe right over there, the skis. Really just take your time. There's also a little, what do you call it? It's like an adventure map. I see these
Oh,
signs.
yeah. I think for the
Let me
kids,
bring it over
right?
here.
I've never
Yeah,
actually
for
known
the
exactly
kids.
what it is, but it almost looks like a little scavenger hunt or adventure hunt, like you were saying.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. So you'll see these kind of all over the place. Let's see if I can tilt down. There's a whole scavenger hunt. So this is one of the stations, and so this is the village ice rink. Yeah, and they're kind of scattered all around. So I mean, I remember growing up here, we would just run around Beaver Creek like it was our playground, which it totally is a playground. And then
Absolutely.
one thing too is the Villar Center. You go down these escalators and you're at the Villar Center, and they've been having some incredible shows. They're bringing the circus next week, which should be pretty cool, pretty
And
entertaining.
and you can win tickets to the circus if you go to the Vail Valley Live Instagram page. Look down; it's probably about 4 posts back now, but you can like that photo. I think you tag a friend, that type of situation, and we're going to be giving away some tickets. So if you want to see the circus, I think it's going to be a great way to see it up close and personal in that nice little tiny theater.
Definitely, yeah. They sold it out yesterday. They had
Oh.
Six there, very classic rock band, and I heard it was a stellar concert. I mean, how could it not be?
Absolutely. Yeah. Other things going on this weekend, it's also the Vail Legacy Weekend. So we talked about Talents Challenge before. Vail Legacy Weekend, there is so much going on and some really cool activities. So I think there's things happening today, tomorrow, and Monday on this. So this is the how you can celebrate the legacy of Vail with the 10th Mountain Division. They're going to have a parade, a Black Hawk landing on Sunday, and then the anniversary of the River Ridge Ski Down. They'll go all the way down that longest run at Vail. Lots of really cool things. But today at 11 a.m. is when that celebratory ski down is going to happen. And active duty members of today's 10th Mountain Division are actually going to be there. Tomorrow, this is the one I think is really cool, and I'm kind of sad I have to miss. But at noon, at the top of Chair 2, they're literally landing an American Black Hawk helicopter. And so that'll be there for everybody to see and experience. Definitely wear those goggles if you're going to watch that. I think that sounds a little bit windy. But these activities sound like such a great way to be able to celebrate the people who helped to create this wonderful mountain community.
Yeah, I love that they kind of bring new and old history with it. So they have active 10th Mountain Division members that are doing some talkbacks at the top of Chair 4 at the Legacy Hut, which I haven't made my way into. It's kind of new this year. A lot of new things for the 60th anniversary this year. So you can hear from that, but then they'll bring the old outfits back in the day that they wore. And celebrate some of the older history and just, nod to it. Some soldiers obviously are not with us today, but we can still honor them. There's so much cool history with it. And Vail is uniquely tied to it. So it's the perfect weekend to nerd out, learn some history, and just celebrate Vail's history.
Yeah, and wrapping that up tomorrow night, there's also the last of the season, 6 p.m., there'll be a legacy parade. And this is really cool to see. There'll be fireworks, movies, the torchlit ski down. That's really, really cool. They literally are carrying those torches and they come down the front of the mountain. They usually kind of have the 10th Mountain Division logo displayed on the mountain as well. It's just a really cool sight to see. And then they parade through town all the way down Bridge Street to the statue at the end, So if you can picture coming into the beginning of Vail by that covered bridge, right off to the right is this giant 10th Mountain Division statue of the soldiers in that white outfit that they're kind of known for. So like you said, great way to just celebrate the history and kind of learn more about it if that's something that you haven't really learned much about yet. Have you been to any of those parades this season, Meredith?
Not this season, but I have seen it in the past, even by surprise. Oh my gosh, I didn't know it was going on. And I was able to kind of be a part of it, and I got a little emotional actually. Like, it's really cool. There's a lot of energy that's going into this. People really are passionate about the 10th Mountain Division. So it's touching to see. And so if you are in Vail this weekend, you'll definitely see some of that action no matter what. I mean, the huge gobo lit up on the mountain. Both mountains in Vail and Beaver Creek have a lot going on this weekend.
It's a packed weekend. Like I said, you don't even have to be skiing and there's so much you can do. So, but we'll head next. Another thing that you can be doing is if you don't want to even get in the cold at all. So we talked about Talent Challenge. You can go participate or just kind of enjoy the après. We just talked about activities that are happening, kind of warm up. There's some art happening at the Alpine Art Center. They do a cocktails and clay, and that happens tonight. And we can learn a little bit more about what goes on there and experience that. We have a little bit of a pre-roll that we can show for you.
We're at the Alpine Art Center with Lauren Merrill. She's the owner and the artist behind all the creativity that you find here. And Lauren, I know when you started, it was a lot about painting and the cocktails and canvas, but we want to let people know it's a lot more than just painting. And you have so many different fun art projects for us to try.
Yeah, we first realized we needed to have a liquor license, so we sell wine, beer, champagne, so that everyone can come in and have a good time and do some projects. So we do our cocktails and canvas classes. We do cocktails and clay, which is like clay hand building, like something like this. You can personalize all of these pieces, make it great gifts. This one I gave to my sister and her husband for a wedding anniversary.
That's so cute.
But you can make all different things, great for holiday gifts, great for everything. And then besides clay, we do all different things: string art, encaustic, wood burning.
Well, and you can really get your hands dirty. I mean, we've got the clay wheels here.
Pottery
so
wheels.
You're literally, you're shaping the pottery. You're doing everything here. And when people think, oh, well, painting isn't for me. Maybe some of the etching is.
Right.
You have glass etching. You have some of the wood burning.
Yeah, wood burning, you can paint on wood. So we really just try to change it up so that each class is different, unique, and you can kind of find that thing that is your niche.
Yeah. And what do people say about the different things that are coming up? It seems like you guys are always expanding and exploring new ways to get us creative.
Yeah, we try to do all different things. So our latest is silk scarf marbling. That's a really fun one and really vibrant colors. And you can have something that you can wear afterwards, which is really special. But everyone just loves kind of the variety and coming in and having a good time and not having to worry about what they're going to create necessarily. We have it all step by step for you. So.
Yeah, and you can bring a group in. You can do kids parties. You can do it all here at Alpine Art Center. And if we have any special requests, if we have a certain art project we want to try to do, can you help us with that too?
Definitely. We do corporate events, we do private events, so anything that you want to do, we can either if we have it, we can get it started, and if not, we can get the materials you need.
Okay, all right. Lauren, if we want to find out more?
alpineartcenter.org.
Okay, thanks so much.
Thank you.
I don't know if you're as inspired as me. I feel like I need to head back over to the art center now and do some painting. It's a great date night activity if you're looking for something fun and different to do. But let's bring Meredith in, see where she's wandered off to now, and how the energy is ramping up there in Beaver Creek. Oh, look at all the people.
I know. Whenever there's people on our show, 7:30 to 8:30, we're like, whoa, it's not a ghost town. People are up. People are excited for the day. So this is the line for the Talent Challenge. You can see people are gearing up. We have 2 different check-ins based on your last name. We also have a Helly Hansen tent already set up. I wore my Helly Hansen just to rock. They are one of the sponsors of the event. And I can't remember, did we touch on where the proceeds are going to? Because
I don't
really
think
cool.
so.
And I know you. Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, and I don't know if you could see right behind you that there's a jacket people in. You can see SOS Outreach on that jacket right there. So this is one of the main beneficiaries of the Talons Challenge. Really, really cool program. I mean, I volunteer with them, so I guess I'm a little bit biased. But it's a great way. I mean, have you worked with them at all in the past, Meredith?
I mean, I've heard their names so much. I've had friends who worked for them and also have been able to be one of the kids that is allowed to snowboard, you know?
I know.
Like, you can participate in SOS.
Oh, that's awesome. So it's a really great way that kids get introduced to the mountain. They get to learn to ski or snowboard. They get to pick, and then also then get to be paired with adults as mentors. And really, we just have fun with them, right? So you get to ski and snowboard several times during the week, but they're also learning skills about, we'll talk about courage and integrity, determination, so that we're learning a lot of these life skills while having a little bit of fun skiing or snowboarding down the mountain. They get to meet their friends, probably new people that they haven't gotten to meet as well. It's just a really great program to, get involved and be able to, just learn those, learn the life skills. There's not a better way to say that. But it's a really cool thing. So guys and girls, a lot of the groups are mixed groups, so you'll have skiers and snowboarders. Also a good way to learn that we can all coexist and we can ride together. And it's just a really nice way to, like you said, grow up in the valley, get to participate and get to learn more about it. But these are all over the nation as well. I mean, they have groups in Denver that go up to the mountains. They have groups in Utah, just all different places. It's really expanded. But I think it started right here as well.
Yeah, super cool. I love the companies and organizations that make skiing inclusive and available to everyone. So this is just such a great organization, especially getting kids up on that mountain. And Beaver Creek's a good family place, good place to start out. I love your guys' outfits. Are you guys ready for Talent Challenge?
Oh, yeah.
Look at the little bird on his head. Oh my gosh.
Talent Challenge.
It's the Talent Challenge. Seriously. You guys excited? Yeah, you guys look
it's a
awesome.
local Beaver Creeker that makes these helmet covers.
Oh yeah?
So they made hers.
Oh.
And then I was like, "Can you make this?" And she's like, "Yep." So
That is fantastic.
That's fantastic. Do we want to shout out the name?
her name is Phyllis. I have to look up the last name.
Okay.
She's a local though.
Local. I love it. Local helmet covers. You guys
Those
are
are so
swaggy. Have you
fun.
done the Talent Challenge before?
This is her first time.
Your first time? Are you ready?
It's fun.
It's just keep moving. I like the
That's
advice.
what we've been trying to say. No breaks.
Have you done it before? Yeah. So what's your best piece of advice?
Keep moving.
Keep moving.
Don't even think about it.
Don't even think about it. I love it. Rest on the chairlift.
Oh, that's amazing.
And at lunch. Yeah. So you'll get a whole lunch.
A beer is awesome. Just saying.
Okay.
That
Maybe
is
more.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. Lots of energy here in Beaver Creek. Everyone's lining up at check-in. It's going to be a good day. You guys look awesome.
Thank
You
you.
excited, Talent Challenge? Give a shout out. This is Snow Valley Live. Bringing the energy. Everyone's got their phone, so that is important. You got to work off the QR code and make sure your phone doesn't die because that's your ticket.
Yeah, and I loved the tip from her just to keep moving. I think that's amazing. And we actually have some more tips that we can share. So let's jump straight to that, give you some more tips if you're getting ready for the Talent Challenge to make sure you have an awesome day.
It is a beautiful day for the 16th Annual Talents Challenge. All right, guys, so I'm over here with Andy and Carter. What's up? It's about 9 a.m. We're looking at single-digit temperatures right now.
Yeah.
And starting off with our 14 runs to get 26K vertical feet.
Yes, sir.
How you guys feeling this morning?
Great.
So far, so good, man.
So far, so good. Is this your first run?
This is our third.
Third? Are you guys conquering Larkspur to begin with?
Yeah.
Getting Larkspur done.
Awesome.
Where we going next?
After this, we're going to go to the Birds of Prey.
To Birds of Prey? Nice.
That's our pattern.
That's your pattern?
That's our
and then
pattern.
Finishing off with grouse?
We'll
Yeah.
finish off with grouse. That's right.
Excellent.
Yeah, man.
Well, awesome, guys. I want to wish you well on your way.
Thanks,
Let's
Sean.
all go have some fun.
Rock on! Tell us, Judge!
Go!
Awesome. Lots of bumpy terrain out here, which means This 26K vert will not be earned easily. My quads are feeling it, but you know what? Cannot beat this view. So now I'm here on the Grouse Mountain Lift, sitting next to Doug and Rachel, who are also participating in the challenge with us today. How are you guys feeling today?
Great.
Great? Is this your first run? Are you guys going?
This is our third one, yeah.
3 of 14.
3 of 14, yeah. Yeah, the goal is 7 by 11.
7 by 11?
7 by 11.
Okay, and what's your strategy as far as hitting the chairs? Are you going to do this one first? Then?
Yeah, the top gets skied out, a little bit icy just because it's a main chute there on grouse. So we like to get grouse out of the way first, then we go over and do the steep stuff, and then end up cruising over here.
Then cruising on over. Alright, now time to shoot it down, Goshawk. We are working our way over towards the cinch area so that we can finish our day on the Golden Eagle. With the Vail Daily. Thank you for watching On the Hill.
Welcome to Nap Harvest. We are showcasing healthy habits, and you can start right here feeding your family healthy organic vegetables and fruits that are seasonal and local. They're all the way from Arizona with our wonderful, beautiful citrus fruits that we sneak across the border for. But don't forget our nap mushrooms, grown at 9,000 feet. Mushrooms are chock full of benefits for you. And then also the microgreens, also chock full of vitamins. Come see us at Nap Harvest in Eagle Ranch on Sylvan Lake Road next to Color Coffee. We're open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 4.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live. Let's check in with the snow and weather report, sponsored today by Grand Hyatt, where we are sitting nice and cozy in the studio, just in West Vail, so just a little bit west of Lion's Head. If you're here, another great place that you can get on the mountain, especially on busy days. There is a lift right outside, so it's a great place to kind of avoid some of those other crowds and get right on the hill. So let's check out that weather. So warming up just a little bit. Today it's going to be getting up all the way into the high 30s, maybe even low 40s. Right now about 17 degrees at Beaver Creek out where Meredith is, 16 degrees in Vail, but definitely warming up. So good layers day. It's going to be nice and sunny. It says partly cloudy here, but I see a lot of blue skies outside and where Meredith's been. So make sure you grab that sunscreen so that you can stay nice and protected on these nice bluebird days. Looking ahead, tomorrow we're also going to be nice and warm, high 30s again, lows only at 16. Monday starting to cool off just a little bit, so our highs will be only about 30. And then going throughout the week, we're still going to be getting into the high 20s before next Friday coming all the way back up into the 30s. Looking at the snow, it looks like we are getting some snow this week again. So a little break in the action today, but coming back tomorrow, couple of inches, and that's going to snowball into another couple of inches, and then hopefully a little bit more on Tuesday. So 7 inches in the forecast at Beaver Creek on Tuesday, 5 inches at Vail. So looking over the next 5 days, maybe another foot of snow coming our way, which would be really nice. I always like a good powder day. And then looking out kind of the 6 to 10 days after that, another 5 inches layering up. So we've had a little bit of a lull in the snowy pattern, so it's exciting to see some of this coming back. And we'll bring back in Meredith, see where she is now. And I think it's been such a busy morning at Beaver Creek. See if she's found anybody up by the lifts. It looks busy there, especially for, what are we, just 8:15. I've never seen it this crowded all season.
No, me either. I'm like, are we late? Is it 9 a.m.? So much action here right now. Normally, people are still snoozing, but it is a Saturday. And, those warmer temperatures in the morning will always get people out of bed. They don't have an excuse to wait for it to warm up. I'm out here and I'm with, not even with gloves on right now, and it's not bad. So,
oh, wow.
Oh, man, it's so nice just to have a little bit warmer weather. But already a line starting to build here. And like you said, don't fear the partly cloudy forecast. We have lots of blue skies today. It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, definitely going to want those goggles that have a little bit more of a tint to make sure that you can see where you're going. Especially if you're doing Talent Challenge, you want to be able to see those bumps so that you can have the most fun on them. That's amazing. And if you aren't doing the challenge, a couple of other things going on. Guided snowshoe tour. These are really, really cool. So if you're somebody who doesn't necessarily want to go skiing or snowboarding, but you still want to get on the snow, snowshoeing. It's basically hiking in the winter. So super fun. Anybody can do it. And today from 10:30 to noon, there is a guided snowshoe tour at Vail Mountain, free, so easy way to kind of go explore. And you get to do this with a naturalist at the Nature Discovery Center. So you're kind of going to go through the forests atop Vail Mountain. You can learn about winter ecology, animal adaptations, and just those beautiful scenic views. So I think snowshoeing is always a beautiful option to get out in the winter when you're not in the mood and maybe just don't enjoy skiing or snowboarding. This is another great way to enjoy it. I would definitely kind of wear that same gear though, the snow pants, the hats, all the things, but also be okay kind of shedding some of those layers, because just like doing any kind of more active sport where you're going uphill, you're going to warm up really fast. So I know there's so many good places to snowshoe. Do you have a favorite spot to snowshoe, Meredith?
I love going out either to East Vail, to the Gore Creek Trail, or in Minturn. Right off. There's a ton of trails in Minturn, but that's a really good place. Even if you go back to Malloy Park, I think it's called. It's not McCoy Park. That's up here in Beaver Creek.
Yeah.
Good snowshoeing too, but back near the school is some really great trails. I mean, there's good trails everywhere.
Absolutely. Even in my neighborhood, there's good trails right out the back doors, which is a nice way. That's probably where I tend to go more than you need to. And a lot of times, if it's a high-use trail, you don't even need snowshoes. You can just wear some nice warm boots, maybe add some yak tracks or spikes just to help with the slipping. But easy way to get out and kind of get a little exercise, enjoy the views, especially on a bluebird day like this.
Oh, absolutely. It's really nice when the exercise keeps you warm. People skiing the Talent Challenge, they are definitely going to stay warm today. And I wanted to also bring up a really cool concert that's happening tonight at Agave, which is just down the hill from us in Avon. And it's a really cool place. Agave is a Mexican restaurant, but at night it turns into more of a music venue. And it's a really intimate, awesome music venue. We are such a big fan. And so it's Dogs in a Pile, and they're on their winter rescue tour. So tickets are super affordable, $15, and they look really awesome. I haven't heard much of their music, but really funky and new age. So this should be a really great show. Have you heard of Dogs in a Pile?
I hadn't until today, and I'm looking at what their kind of description is, and it says they're an eclectic quintet. So that's kind of an interesting description. But it says funk, jazz, rock and roll with psychedelia. So that does sound like an interesting one to check out. And that's a great venue, and it's super close. So if you're at Beaver Creek during the day and you parked at that bear lot, it's basically just across the street. So very easy and convenient to get to. You could even leave your car where it is and just walk over if that's where you ended up being. But yeah, it sounds like they unified approach to performance and songwriting is what it says. So sounds really interesting, a very unique show, and I love the name. Anything with dogs always gets me.
Definitely, yeah. There'll be music all over town, whether you're in Vail, here, Opry. You can start here, end at Agave. There's also obviously live music happening at the Vail bars. Shakedown always has some great shows going on. Bridge Street brings in some live musicians. It's kind of like a club and bar. And then another cool opera spot that would be worth thinking about if you're a foodie and you're into nice fish, nice snack, some oysters, some lobster. Miller and Lux is actually a restaurant out of San Francisco, but they're doing a pop-up at the Four Seasons Vail. And so they are bringing it out of the kitchen and back onto the terrace right there, which is just gorgeous views of Vail Mountain. And they're doing specialty drinks from 3 to 5. So if you're a foodie, you definitely got to check this out. The meat and fish look absolutely unreal at this restaurant.
Oh, I haven't heard of this, but you're making me want to go. So this sounds amazing. Very much up my alley. Well, let's take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll chat a little bit more about some of the some of the summer events that are coming up that are actually just over the horizon. So lots of announcements, and we'll actually check out Dr. Dorff. We have a little bit of a interview with him right before commercial, and then we'll be back.
Good morning. My name is Eric Dorff. I am an orthopedic surgeon with Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery. I'm here with Vail Valley Live to do some question answering. We've had some questions submitted, and I'm excited to get started. My specialty is upper extremity surgery. I do primarily hand, elbow, and shoulder, but of course in the wintertime, we take care of all sorts of injured athletes, including tibias and femurs and hips and ankles, and I'm excited to be here. Okay, we have all of our questions which have been submitted from the studio audience in our handy dandy Lang XT90 blue boot. What is a rotator cuff patch? Is there any benefit to the patch over traditional surgical repair? That's a great question. Rotator cuff surgery is one of my favorite operations. I love it. Patients do great. One of the most difficult things with rotator cuffs is that some rotator cuffs are completely torn and some of them are partially torn. Well, when they're completely torn, the decision making is easy. We just fix the rotator cuff. But what do you do with a rotator cuff that's partially torn? In those instances, sometimes we'll actually complete the tear and then fix the rotator cuff. Other times, before we had the patch, we didn't have any other options, so we would just leave it alone and hope that it wouldn't get worse. Well, the rotator cuff patch actually gives us the opportunity to put the patch on top of a partial thickness rotator cuff tear, and then the rotator cuff actually invades that patch and grows together. It gives us a great option for patients who have a partial thickness rotator cuff tear. It's completely changed my practice, and I love it. I've dislocated my shoulder multiple times. Should I give up snowboarding? The answer to that is absolutely not. The reason we do take care of patients who have dislocated their shoulder is so that we can get them back to the sports that they love to do. So if you've dislocated your shoulder multiple times, yeah, you probably are going to need surgery on this. If you've dislocated it more than once and you're young, almost for sure you're going to have to end up having an operation on this. So there are a number of things that we can do. One of them is we get you into physical therapy to work on strengthening some of those muscles around the shoulder so that it doesn't dislocate as easily. There are braces that we can wear. So for example, if you're in the middle of your season, you don't want to give up your season, we can get you in a brace and then perhaps get your shoulder fixed in the spring. And then of course, shoulder surgery for dislocated shoulders is a really very successful operation. What is wide-awake hand surgery and who qualifies for it? That's a great question. We do wide-awake hand surgery for anybody who needs basically a minor procedure that is anywhere between basically here and here. So skier's thumb, fractures of the hand, fractures of the fingers. There's a lot of elective surgery they do wide awake, and basically it's anybody who doesn't want to go to sleep for their procedure. Another reason I really love wide awake hand surgery is we can talk to the patients during the operation and tell them what we're doing, show them what we're doing. They can see how much we care about what we're doing and what a detailed job we're doing and trying to make them better. So it keeps everybody in the operating room on their toes, and the patients really seem to love it. And they don't have to have any anesthesia, so they're awake and they leave the operating room and then they leave, go back home in 15-20 minutes and no effects of anesthesia. It's great. I fell and jammed my thumb. How do I know if this is just a sprain or something serious like a skier's thumb or a fracture? So that's a great question. How do you know if something is serious? There's a couple of things. People always say, oh, well, I could move my hand, so I knew it wasn't going to be a serious problem. That's not necessarily true. Anytime you've got a lot of swelling, I think that's an indication that there's a structure that's been damaged in there. So that's one thing that can give you a sense that, okay, there's something really bad that's going on. If you've lost sensation in your tips of your fingers, that might be something you would want to get looked at. If, on the other hand, you're using your hand pretty normally, it didn't swell up, it's not big and black and blue, then that's probably something you can wait and see. Ice, anti-inflammatories, immobilize it for a couple of days with a simple brace if you've got access to something like that, and see how it goes. For the most part, we're available all the time to take care of these little minor bumps and bruises. If you're concerned or if you're here on vacation and you want to get something looked at, we've got an office in Vail. We can certainly get you in, take a look at it, get an x-ray, make sure we're not dealing with something. And then you can sometimes move forward with a little more confidently with your vacation or with your season, knowing that you don't have an injury. Skiing is aggravating my tennis elbow or my elbow tendonitis. At what point should I consider surgery? First of all, conservative management for tennis elbow is a very effective treatment. So we oftentimes start with something very simple like a brace. Come on in, I can show you exactly which brace we use for that. Injections for tennis elbow work really well. So a lot of times we can get you through, or at least get you through the acute phase of tennis elbow with an injection. We send a lot of patients to physical therapy for tennis elbow or lateral epicondylitis. That does really well. Surgical management is really reserved for people who fail all of these conservative treatment modalities. Another option that we have for patients who don't want to do surgery is PRP. So we do PRP in our office. We've got a great guy who does biologics with us, Dr. Matt Nurkey. So I send a lot of patients to him before we proceed with operative management. And somebody who fails all of these different treatment modalities would then be probably a candidate for operative management of their tennis elbow. The downside of surgery for tennis elbow is that there is a significant amount of time off, and people around here do not like to take time off. So we try to treat these as conservatively as we can and move to surgical management of these overuse injuries only when we really need to. This is Eric Dorff. I'm orthopedic surgeon with Vail Summit Orthopedics, and this has been the Ask the Doc segment with Vail Valley Live. Thank you very much for all of your questions. I hope that you got some answers.
Hi, I'm Peggy Ziegler, fashion guru and stylist for the outlets at Silverthorne. I'm here to share with you an amazing place called the Colorado Welcome Center. We've got fabulous brochures on all the nearby places and towns and things to do right here while you're in Summit County and visiting the outlets at Silverthorne. And of course, pick up your Elite Savings Card booklet, offering you fabulous discounts and a rewards program too. See you soon.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery is kind of a one-stop shop. We have everything in-house.
We have cast techs, MRI machines, x-ray of course right at the clinic, physical therapy right at our clinic.
I'm going to get to the bottom of what your diagnosis is with all the resources we have, and that's what we do.
Welcome back. Let's take one more check on those traffic cams. Make sure that you are prepared for hopping on the road today. Roads are actually in pretty nice condition. They were a little bit icier or snowier yesterday, but look at this. Nice and clear now. Everything has been really cleared off the highways. Just be careful as you're getting off exit ramps or on those surface streets. That's where I'm still seeing a little bit of snow. At least that's what I noticed on my drive in. But all in all, nice, smooth drive. And with the blue skies happening today, that will probably stay the way it is. So let's bring back in Meredith, and we'll talk a little bit about some of the shows that are coming up, coming into the spring and the summer. Already starting to see these pop on. And let's see where she has wandered off to at Beaver Creek. Oh, we'll give her just a second. So some of the things that we're starting to see, the AMP is actually opening earlier than normal. So summer announcements already coming in. I've already bought some tickets to get there myself. So they're actually opening up for Operate at the AMP. So presented by the Vail Valley Foundation. So the first show is actually going to be April 7th. So super early. Polo and Pan. So they are a Parisian duo coming in. And so if you haven't checked that out, some of the fun things, and I think Meredith is now ready, so we'll bring her in and see if she is looking at any of these as well. Oh, look at those beautiful corduroy slopes behind you.
That's what I was wanting to show up. Look at this.
Oh my goodness.
It's just perfect. With the fresh snow, oh my, I wish I was skiing right now, I gotta say.
And when you put your hand on that, it was nice and soft, right? So sometimes it's deceiving where it's really hard and not the same, but this is like gonna be a perfect conditions kind of day, it looks like.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I have also a really nice vantage point of everyone getting in line. It looks big, but it's gonna funnel through really fast.
Yeah, as soon as those lifts start turning, they move them through there pretty quick. I mean, it's a 6-pack, so really easy to get everybody on there and out and up and over probably to Talons. I'm guessing a lot of people in that line are ready to get back there and get their day started on those slopes back there.
Oh, absolutely. High energy here. I actually just ran into our other producer, Leah. She's getting ready,
right.
and she's dressed in her little tiger suit. She looks so cute. So she's checking in right now. We'll see if she'll catch the end of the show to pop on and say what's up. But yeah, back to those concerts. A lot of cool announcements. I already bought tickets to one of the opera shows that's happening early April at the amphitheater. It's really going to kick off the entire calendar season.
Yeah.
For the amphitheater. They're going to de-winterize it and then kick it off with a bang. And so 2 nights of that on a Friday and Saturday. Friday, like you said, Polo and Pan, they're incredible. It's like French club music. It's so unique.
Awesome.
I saw them back in the day in Montreal before they were big, and now they're huge. I mean, they sold out belly up within like an hour of tickets going on sale. So people are really starting to catch on to Polo and Pan. Really fun music. And then continuing on the electronic funky side, Big G is coming in to headline on Saturday. And Big G sells out Red Rocks. He's amazing. Big Gigantic. He'll do like electronic music, but he'll have a saxophone.
Oh,
and he'll like
awesome.
rock out with the sax and some drums. And then Anderson Paak, who's also another huge name. He is coming, and he's going to actually go under as his DJ name, DJ Pee-wee, and he's going to do a vinyl set. And so that's the show I bought tickets for. It's going to be awesome.
Amazing. Okay, you're making me want to go. Now I'm going to have to choose, though, which one sounds like the better event. They both sound different and unique. That sounds awesome. And then looking to the summer, I mean, summer events have already started as well. We've got Shaky Graves coming in June, Camp in July, Trombone Shorty and Orleans Avenue and Ziggy Marley coming in July, Chicago, and then Father John Misty and Head in the Heart. That's the one I've already bought. So that's also going to be happening in August. So, I mean, we're already starting to see the huge lineup coming. I love shows at the AMP. What I'm starting to notice is artists are coming to the AMP when they come to Red Rocks, and we get a more intimate experience. So it's a really, really great venue for a show. You notice all those people standing on the lawn. That is my choice of whenever I go there. I love sitting out there, especially in the summer. You can bring a picnic. You can bring all of your friends and just kind of enjoy relaxing and sitting. The mountain is your backdrop, and then you see the artist pretty up close and personal. We have such great small venues here in the Valley, and it is such a great place to see it. So yeah, starting things up in the spring, you can grab those tickets for April, and then maybe starting to plan ahead before some of these shows are likely to sell out, I would think.
Absolutely. You got that right. We're excited for the amphitheater to be back in action. You know, that's why we also love the Valar, especially in the winter, because it keeps us, entertained with concerts and a lot of different acts. I mean, all the way to like the circus, so that's here in Beaver Creek, but the amphitheater is in the heart of Vail, and it's just so gorgeous and fits almost twice as many people.
Absolutely.
So check it out. Get your tickets.
Now, do we see the lifts turning? Is everybody going now?
No, but I
do
see
we have
a tiger. Lions and tigers.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, hello. You look so great. Are you excited about your first Talons Challenge?
I'm really excited. The energy is very high right now, so.
Ah, you're going to crush it. Oh my gosh, have so much fun. I can't wait to hear about how this goes. And you're going to have all your
I'll get
like
lots of
swag.
pictures.
Yes, lots of pictures. That sounds so amazing.
I already got my thing here.
Oh, that is so awesome. So years past that was all filled. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Right. So it's just the beer punch and the lunch punch. Yep. And she's already skied.
Oh my goodness.
You got to share.
So I skied down from Bachelor Gulch today. I had fresh tracks. Woo!
Oh, that sounds amazing. There's just a little pre-warm-up before hitting 26,000 feet.
I think that's what we needed, a little groomer before the bumps.
Oh, that is so amazing. Well, Leah, we can't wait to see all of your pictures. Have a wonderful day. Anyone who's doing Talons Challenge, have so much fun. I think everybody's picked the right day. This is going to be a just gorgeous day to get on the slopes with the blue skies. We had fresh snow yesterday. Now we've got some nice soft lines for everybody to ride. I think what a wonderful day.
Oh yeah, and lifts just opened, so this is going to be moving right along. So excited for you, Leah.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Have so much fun. Oh my goodness. Well, what a wonderful show it's been. I think, Meredith, we covered basically all of the different stuff you can do, and even just the next 2 days. It's a packed weekend. So hopefully the viewers have a whole now checklist of stuff that they're going to go enjoy this weekend with everything that's going on. We'll be back here tomorrow, 7:30 to 8:30. Make sure you tune in. Facebook, also looking at YouTube. Remember to follow us and like us there. Let me actually do a quick check-in on our Facebook and YouTube, just making sure once you like us, you start to get that notification when we go live so you don't miss it. Over there on YouTube, make sure that you have subscribed. And then always make sure that you're coming in the chat. Then we get to feature you, talk about where you're coming in from, and that's always a really fun way to interact with us on the show. And then Outside TV, Channel 17. So back here tomorrow, 7:30. And thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.